always felt your love and a connection with you. You made that happen. And now I'm 3,000 miles away and you're still making it happen, which is why I came all the way across the country today. So, well, the other day, but I'm here now. So today, though, I'm obviously lucky enough to be with my aunt on her birthday. And this kid over here who's not paying attention.
I'm looking at you now.
Yeah. Who made me an aunt? He's the one that made me Auntie Lo.
Well, I'm not sure he
on his
did.
birthday. Well, when he came alive, I became an aunt. So 20 years ago somehow. And I just hope that he feels the same way about me. You better. As I feel about you. So that's it. Happy birthday. I love you. And I love you. And happy birthday to you too. Cheers.
Cheers.
And Declan, thanks for being here because my little toast just wrote itself because of you.
Good job.
You have to tag someone now.
You got
Oh, I go. Okay, Em's going.
Alright, so 10 years ago today, we were at the Bella Vista.
And the Giants won the Super Bowl.
Next to World. Look at that sweater. In this exact same sweater. Which was a 100% coincidence. It freaks me out. Yeah, hers. Both ones. I had just moved to Virginia, and my speech was about something about that, about being supportive. Moving to Virginia. With a loving heart, but supportive. Yes. Supportive as you carry with your love. And now, 10 years later, I'm back, and I get to see you every 2 weeks. Or more like that. I know we joke around a lot, but I love coming here every 2 weeks, and I love it as much as you do, even if I don't see it as much as you do. Aww. Thank you. I hope I get to see you every 2 weeks for the rest of our lives. Me too.
Oh.
The pressure's on Austin.
Always moving it down to me.
I'll tag Jim.
Say hi, Declan.
Happy birthday, Declan. Yeah.
I just want to make sure you know that 10 years ago today, the Giants won the Super Bowl. Just want to make sure everybody's aware of that.
I'm going to do Declan first so I don't forget about him. Declan, even though I don't get to see you very often, every time I do get to see you, we have a great time. You're an awesome kid. I love hanging out with you. Anytime you're welcome to any of our events. Thanks for choosing to spend 20 with us. Cheers to Declan. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, Declan.
Whitney. And I'm taking that home with you. You bring it, you buy it.
I'll charge child support.
That's okay, okay. Hey, Declan, extra money. Here you go.
How much are your kidneys?
Oh my God.
What's a male?
We got one.
What's a male? A male name.
Manny.
This is us.
Manny.
Just got a job.
This is us, right?
So my mother, 10 years ago, again, when we had this thing, I wasn't a mother myself. And I thought I knew how to appreciate you. And I thought I understood how much you loved me. But I didn't really until I had my own kids. And now that I do, as I look at them, how I know you must feel about us, I appreciate everything 10 times more. I love you. Stop crying. I'm going to tell Austin.
Okay. I just picked his nose and then shoved it in his eye.
So cheers.
Alright, yeah, so cheers. Alright, hey. So, even though I wasn't necessarily the first to add to this group, I was the first legally to join this mix. And you guys are an intimidating bunch, but you were always so welcoming to me. And if you feel immediately a part of that. So thank you for that. And I think I kind of along the lines there with Jenny didn't really get to understand it until 2 weeks into a disaster delivery and a disaster wife and a disaster almost baby. Just the amount of time that you spent with us to help us with that, it's just something that's always been so grateful for. I feel like that is when our relationship really began to flourish, because that's just a whole new chapter and just a whole new life. So thank you for that, and happy birthday. And thank you for her and these guys and the whole team. Oh, and this is the second time I've met you, so happy. It's a pleasure.
I think the first time I came to the car.
I was, you're a little different than last time I saw you.
Yeah.
A little bit. But, congratulations. Happy birthday. Whatever. Happy birthday.
Awesome.
Yes.
Mike said she's welcome to his house anytime she wants you to say that.
That goes without saying.
It's all right, Austin.
All right.
It's all right.
Then Rocco, why don't you go? Why don't you follow?
Sounds like you're volunteering.
I'd like to just start off with a quick challenge for you. 70, right? Sounds like old, right? But from my own experience, obviously we were your age at one time. So my challenge to you guys is take, not tonight, but when you're alone with yourself, add 30 years to your life and challenge yourself to what you think you want to, where you want to be. I know that's hard. What you want to do, what your life's going to look like in 30 years from now. Okay? And by my own experience, it flies by very quickly.
Send me a text.
You'll be 7, you guys will be 70, give or take, before you know it. And my challenge to you is to tell you that you have a lot of control over those next 30 years. God gave you a lot of talents, use them wisely. And plan your future, and so that when you are 70 years old, you can hopefully have the same as we have. Okay, family, you're all close, make it happen, don't let it happen. Okay, so that's my challenge on you guys. Okay, I love you all. Just a quick, on the way down we were talking, we lost a friend recently, Pastor Rick. So we were talking a little bit about mortality. And of course, Julie is my healthcare proxy because Jenny would put me down in a minute. Julie. So I said to Peg, Peg, if something is going wrong with you, I said, like in the morning or something, what would you do? She says, are you listening? She says, I would close the door and I would come back in a couple hours and check on you. So then I said, okay, if you had 10 words to say to me before I pass, what would you say? And
Hey, girls.
so
Ignore
I
him.
said, if you had 10 words to say with me before I pass, what would you say? And she said, I would say, I love you. And I thought, and I said, that's only 3 words. I said, what would the other 7 be? She says, where are you hiding all the money? Anyway, I know you all heard this story, but just to reflect back, obviously we met a lot of years ago, and we've been together a lot of years. And the way we met is she was a sophomore in high school, and I was a senior. Didn't know who the hell she was. So a couple of my friends said, hey, this girl would like to meet you. So they set it up. So there was a couple, Alan and Trudy, which are good friends of ours. And they said, well, she's going to be at this Danny Donuts place, which is where all the kids hang out. She said, so I said, all right, I'll go. So I went. It's kind of awkward. They were sitting here, Greg was sitting here, so I sat down next to her. And I guess we just clicked. And we went off for a walk, we ended up at her house. And I guess the rest is history. And she always made me popcorn, so that was nice, because I always love popcorn. Julie did it today. But everybody knows the story of my first formal date with her. And we were going to go to the movies with the same couple. So Alan picked me up with his car. We went, they had this big, I thought they were very rich, which I found out later they weren't. So we get to the house, and Trudy was at the house with Peg. So Alan beeped so hard, and I said, no, I said, I'll go pick them, I'll go to the door and I'll get them. And he goes, no, I just beep the horn and they come out. So beep, 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 they don't come out. So I said, well, I'll go get them, I think. So I go to the door, knock on the door. Mel, her father, comes to the door. And so I introduce myself and whatever. And so the two of them finally come downstairs. And we started walking away. And her father said to me, she says, son, I said, yes, Mr. Chesney. He says, if you ever want to take my daughter out again, have the courtesy to come to the door. I said, I understand, Mr. Chesney, it's my fault. I should have known better. So we go walk into the car, we get in the back seat of the car, she's crying like a baby.
That's so Julie. Is that because my father has me out and he said my father comes along?
And I go, Peg, make a big deal. I said it was fine. So that was our first date. And so it's almost 50. Yeah, you were fine. So we've had a lot of trials and tribulations over the years, and we've worked very hard in our marriage and our family, and we're very glad to be here with you on Peg 70th.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yay!
I did say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your birthday.
I did, Julie.
That leaves me. Declan, I just want to say, I picked Declan up from the airport. We had a very nice talk on the way. And one of the things I asked him, I said, I started to say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then I stopped myself. After having talked to him for about 5 minutes, I was like, when you grown up? So I said, the question should be, what do you want to do when you get out of school, right? But like Jenny said, it's a pleasure having him. I'm so glad that you chose to come, and I'm so glad that our kids are getting to know you, and you're so good with them, and so happy 20th. Yeah. Next time you come, it'll be even more fun because you'll be past that 21 mark. So
Oh, yeah.
look forward to that day. I obviously chose to write some thoughts down, and for like 3 nights in a row this week, I was laying in bed trying to memorize it.
Is that why you're so tired?
Mike was like, why are you doing that to yourself? Why not you just read it? So I decided I was tired, and so I just read it.
That's really
I apologize.
Do you need like a light?
No, something. Should we do the TBD? Yeah, we'll